is for the H sound, U is for the sound, and G is for...
God damn it, these fish sticks are hard as tits!
As tits? Whose tits you been grabbing that feel hard? That's what I want to know.
Fuck you!
Good morning, afternoon, evening to all. My name's the Casual Capybara, and welcome back to another Casual Capybara critique. So, learning with Pibby.
Learning with Pibby, learning is so fun.
Liar, liar, plants for hire.
Years ago, this teaser trailer was shadow dropped onto Adult Swim, and against all odds, this little teaser became an overnight sensation, immediately growing a fan base as if it was a show that had already been around for years. It teased a show that at first glance seems like an innocent edutainment cartoon, but then does a full 180, turning into a sort of horror show where the title character is wrapped in this Warner Brothers cartoon multiverse where every existing IP becomes corrupted. So Pibby has to go on a dramatic adventure to stop the corruption and yada yada yada, you get the point. Almost follows the glitch meta when you think about it. But even though this trailer got immediate viral and positive reception, Pibby was never pulled up for a full series.
Until now!
So since WB and Adult Swim said no, Pibby's creator, Dodge Greenlee, pulled a Thanos and said, fine, I'll do it myself. And now we have a full pilot on Learning with Pibby. So enough blabber already, let's discuss. So the pilot follows a very similar structure the Adult Swim trailer teased at. Starts as a normal edutainment cartoon, slowly spelling out obvious things, taking it very slow so the stupid babies can keep up, pauses in the dialogue that pad out for the time, masked as interactivity for the kids to play along. Hold up, is this a spit take parody on bad edutainment cartoons? I don't know, whatever. It doesn't take long for shit to start going off the rails, and this glitchy mass of inky black ooze, simply named The Darkness, slowly but surely consumes everything and everyone in its path. Thinking in their small-minded minds, Pibby thinks if that she and Bun Bun stick to the script and follow the episode plot, they can stop The Darkness. So how well do you think that goes? Yeah, needless to say that failed, and now Pibby somehow glitched out of her own cartoon, and it sets the stage for the misadventures of Pibby to continue in this other, legally distinct, non-related to any other existing IP cartoon, Captain Titanium. And then, close curtains. Yep, that's where the plot ends. So, what are my thoughts on it? It's very rough and needs work, to say the least. It's nowhere near as bad as some other original cartoons on the internet, but it is rough, to say the least. Presentation-wise. You know, speaking of other cartoons on the internet, in the original Pibby teaser, The Darkness amalgamated with various cartoons under the Warner Brothers flagship. Obviously, Pibby being its own thing now, they can't do that with Warner Brothers anymore. But I wonder if Pibby can cross over with other cartoons on the internet. Can you imagine if Pibby crossed over with Space King?
Today, I feel happy. How do you feel?
But getting back to the roughness. Like I said, it's pretty rough presentation-wise. The writing and characters itself is fine, it's acceptable. It is just a pilot, so it has potential to expand if it keeps going. But the audio and the animation, the other two key distinct things that I look through for every animation I review, are, and I hate to sound like a very broken record, very rough. First, the audio. I don't know what was going on, but the audio in this pilot was all distorted. Like the original audio was played through a speaker, then recorded in on a mic in an empty room, creating this weird echo distortion to the video. Just have a listen.
How are you today?
And I swear I heard a cough that came from outside the original audio. I don't know what was going on. If someone smarter than me can explain this in the comments, please tell me I'm stupid in the comments below. And finally, the animation. Major oof. The animation, sadly, is atrociously stiff. Maybe I'm just spoiled on highly fluid Pibby after that original teaser trailer, but it was a little disappointing seeing how much the animation was downgraded being on a solo project budget. The stiffness is on a level of Fanny and the Pack, but at least with Fanny and the Pack, that stiff animation was a stylistic choice. Within Pibby, it feels a lot more like a first-time animator's project, but do take anything I say here with a grain of salt. Maybe the animation can improve with time, but as it stands, the pilot has very stiff animation, and it just I don't know, maybe I'm just spoiled. We'll just have to wait and see. You know, I think the show does have potential. I feel like anything with a pilot has potential to improve on itself. But as it stands, I'm kind of mixed on the whole pilot of Pibby. It's going to have to go through some major changes if it wants to amuse me and the stuff and the habit. So with all this Mr. Pibb talk out of the way, what's the word, Rachel and Mandrake?
Look, I've got nothing to say about the show itself, but I am surprised how close you're cutting with this video on the very last day of February.
What do you expect? Dude has to work with limited length and range his whole life.
With all that being said, I am the Casual Capybara, and thank you for watching.